I'm just glad he's paying me because Mike is just an...
Rolling.
What? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, it's time for your weekly Fix the Funny. Can I get another one of these? I'm going to need this. I'm about to do this shit. So I'm okay, I swallowed it. So grab a cocktail, take those pants off, and treat yourself to the sexy bald man that makes you tingle in your special place. Woo! I'm wrong! Got my mind on my money, my money on my mind, bitch! I'm house announcer Chet Jackson, and it's time for the Me, Myself, and I show with Mike Bettencourt! Are we done? Yes.
Me, myself, and I. It's me, myself, and I.
Hello, there's spit, there's everything. Hello. Welcome to another exciting episode of Me, Myself, and I did that backwards. Me, Myself, and I am your host, Mike Bettencourt, episode 145. Yes, I got spit all over, everywhere. Everything's different. Everything's crazy. It's at pandemonium. It's Sunday. Why are you recording on Sunday, Mike? Why are you not recording Thursday? Because I have a very special guest, and my very special guest has power. And he says, we're doing it Sunday. I'm like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's like, we're not doing it Thursday. No, I'm kidding. We have an amazing guest. You have no idea. And I'm about to tell you, you've seen him in Parker Lewis Can't Lose. You've seen him in Stargate SG-1. You've seen him in Stephen King's The Stand. Mr. Corin Nemec is here. He's waiting in the green room, and he brought some extra people at the last minute. Am I nervous? Yes, I am. Am I going to mess up? Probably. Does it matter? No, because we're on Me, Myself, and I. Anything goes. Doesn't happen. You can't phase me with last minute people except for Jason London. That's right. Mr. Jason London is here too. He's sitting in the green room waiting. He's like, let's go, Mike. Show me what you got. Am I still nervous? No, because I have my LaCroix right here. I'm drinking my LaCroix here on a Sunday. Did we lose the feed already? What the hell? That was crazy. And John Federico says, holy shit, 145. Thank you, Chief John Federico. 145 indeed. Definitely. All right. Let's talk about what's important first before we move on to the wonderful show, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about, thank God, Lady Gaga's bulldogs are back in her house. She's holding them. She put a $500,000 reward for these two little puppies. Dude, did she pay for the guy that got shot for those fucking dogs? Did she pay the medical bill? The dude got shot in the heart for these two little things that shit in her house. And she paid $500,000 for the reward of her dogs. But the dog work is like, it's a pandemic. People get shot, bro. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Yeah, he got shot. Not 1 cent. But those dogs are back. And that's what tells you about Los Angeles and the privilege that they have. Dogs are more important than us. And that's why we have to realize that. Because those I feel bad. Honestly, I feel bad for those robbers. Your life is screwed. Lady Gaga has security up the ass. She's going to find you. She's going to beat your ass. She might even call Liam Neeson from Taken. Do you understand that? Do you know how crazy that will be if she calls Liam Neeson from Taken? I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you have my bulldogs, you let them go now. I will not treat you. I will not feed you. But if you don't, I will find you and I will neuter you. Stupid joke. Let's keep going because you know what? I feel bad for those robbers. Just all you had to do was go to the pound. That's all you had to do. All you had to do was go to the pound, find a dog, and say it's a purebred. Simple. You didn't have to rob from the richest person in the galaxy. You know who's not robbing from the richest person in the galaxy? It's time for Dustin's Thoughts.
Hey, what's going on, Mike? How you doing, buddy?
Good, sir.
Excited? It's a big show tonight.
Big show.
We got Corin Nemec. That was already huge. We've been talking about this all week.
The Corin Nemec. There's a
Corin
THE in front of it. Okay.
You and I were
Corin Nemec.
talking about this. Like, wow, how cool is it? We're interviewing Corin Nemec. We're interviewing a guy that is friends with guys that we respect. And not only did he show up, he brought one of the guys that I've been nerding out about all week. The fact that he's doing a movie with Jason London. This is insane.
Dude, he brought the posse. So go ahead with Jason's. Go ahead with Jason's thoughts. Dustin's thoughts. Go ahead with Dustin's thoughts. Do your thing.
Then we'll
get back.
Thoughts. Yeah. Okay.
Either way, I gotta go. Go ahead.
All
Dustin's
right, so I've been thinking a lot about my friends with the pandemic. We're all trying to find like new things to do and have fun. And my friends are really, really into these things now called escape rooms. I don't know if you guys have ever done an escape room. For those of you who've never heard of it, escape room is basically you pay money to get locked into a room, and then you gotta find a way of getting out of the room. And then that's it. That's the whole goddamn thing. I don't personally get it. Like being stuck in a room all day that you can't leave is just called a job, but people do it for fun. It's totally their thing. So I wanted to be there for my friends. You know, I wanted to get them something nice. And so I found them the best, like most difficult escape room in the world. I bought them one-way tickets to North Korea. So yeah, they're dead. And that's Dustin's thoughts.
What a great way to brighten up a Sunday by North Korea and death. Huh? There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing more exciting. We got a very special guest, and you're like, by the way, North Korea, death, escape room. No one gives a shit anymore. No one cares. Oh, dude, that was perfect. That was the perfect worst joke ever, my friend. The best.
Thank you.
That's how we roll. So, all right, you can stick around?
Of course, man.
Hell yeah. All right. Stick around, brother. Thank you.
All right, buddy.
All right, before I bring him up, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta show you his acting reel, because if you don't know who he is, I mean, that's all I have to say. All right. You don't know who the hell Corin Nemec is? And everyone's like, Mike, how'd you get Corin Nemec on your show? Well, I followed him on Twitter a couple of years ago, and I was shooting jokes left and right, back and forth, and he would say, yeah, that's funny, or no, that's not funny. Yeah, that's funny. No, that's not. The great thing about him is he's 100% honest. And I had some good jokes, bad jokes, and we just developed this online relationship. And then I decided to take a next step further, and I said, hey, why don't you be on the show? And he's like, hell yeah. And then he's here. So before I bring him up, let's watch his acting reel. Corin Nemec. Doesn't it sound badass when I say that? Here he is, right here on Me, Myself, and I. Corin Nemec. See, only Corin Nemec could survive underwater like that. No one else. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Me, myself, and Ayers. Are you ready? You've seen him in Parker Lewis Can't Lose. You've seen him in Stephen King's The Stand, Drop Zone, Supernatural, Beverly Hills 90210. The list goes on and on and on. Please welcome to the show, Corin Nemec.
What's up, yo?
What's up, sir? How you doing?
That was my action reel, by the way, not my acting reel. But
dude,
okay,
correct me if you, dude. That's badass action reel, dude. That's how awesome you are. You have two reels. You have an acting reel, then you have an action reel. That's awesome, man. And you got your whole squad with you. You got Mr. Jason London. Hello, sir. Thank you for being on the show. Big fan of yours, my friend.
Thanks for having me here.
That is amazing. You have Gary Cooper.
What's up, squad?
What's up, squad? Then you got Mr. Brad J. How you doing, sir?
Doing excellent. How about yourself, Mike?
Good, man. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. This is all like a last minute turn of events. I was focused on Corin. He's like, no, I'm going to throw all this people at you. This is great. And this is for your movie, right? Blackwater Blues.
Yeah, it's
a producer.
It's a pilot presentation. It's for a series that we're wanting to develop. So we've got. It's not just a movie. It's actually an 8-episode season that we have planned already. And then what we would like to do is, of course, if it's successful, to continue. But as of right now, we were able to do this pilot presentation, and which will hopefully turn into an actual pilot.
Yeah, half hour dark comedy.
Half hour and
dark comedy.
Oh no, it's a murder mystery dark comedy.
I'm in.
Yeah, that would be like the best way to put it.
It's the best way to put it.
Yeah. It's we cast her in Pollux Bennington.
Yep.
Our mother worked for what we call the
Gulf Coast Mafia.
The Gulf Coast Mafia is what we call it.
You can't use the D word anymore.
You can't use the D word anymore. Our mother was married to one of the guys that ran the mafia kind of thing.
Played by Marco St. John, who did a brilliant job as the character Big
Tuna.
Tuna.
Genius. He was in Thelma and Louise.
Oh, yeah.
He was the guy, that trucker that goes by and he gives the tongue out like, and then they blow his truck up and he's, God damn you bitches, that kind of thing.
That's so awesome that he's best known for that.
He was absolutely brilliant. He was
Hey, everybody. Remember me? I'm the one that.
Remember me? So, I never seen you before. And then you're like, oh yeah, now I remember.
I know that guy. I remember that.
That's going to be my new sign off on my show from now on. Like, I'm me, myself. I'm like, good to see you.
It was great. He was absolutely mind blowing. And what happened was Corin and I, we had an idea, months back, and we started developing this thing, and we just sort of Corin, I'll give him 99% of the credit. He envisaged our friends as certain roles, and for me, I was like, well, yeah, man, when you're writing something, you want to envisage somebody like that, but are they actually going to be in the show? Are they going to actually play it? And we brought our friends in, and not only did they play the role, they killed it.
Gary Cooper's a good example of that.
Gary Cooper's a brilliant example of it, man.
Big deal now.
He's kind of a big deal. Well, he is a big deal. Blackwater Brass. Yeah. He's the drummer for one of the greatest bands in the South.
Oh, yeah, Blackwater Brass.
Fantastic.
Fantastic
band. If you ever, and he's one of the best drummers I've ever seen in my life.
Man.
So,
come on.
But he came in, he played our blue. But we were able to come in and make something that we didn't imagine being able to. I mean, we knew that we were going to make something good, but we didn't know that we were going to make something great. And from the very first hour that we started, Corin and I couldn't even say anything. We would just look at each other and be like, "Get out of
here!" Wow moments. It was great.
Whoa, there were times whenever we would actually just bear hug. We would just be like, "Oh, I can't."
That's when you knew it's a gem.
Well, because we would just,
and
it was flawless, and it flowed, and it was, it just, most of the time it takes, 3 days alone for even a big budget thing to get on track. And
We were on track.
These
but
guys,
we finished a half hour early the first day.
A half hour early the first day, and at the end of the week, we finished. I think
Hour and 40 minutes early.
An hour and 40 minutes early for the whole week, for the whole 3 days. That doesn't exist.
No.
The second day we went a little long, but the next day we killed it so hard we made up even an hour and 40 minutes for it.
So what made everything just mesh so well?
People enjoying what they were doing.
The creative team that came together.
Yeah.
I mean, Brad J, was a fine example of keeping it local. You know, he came on board as co-producer back when we were doing this as a full length pilot. For the hour version, we had the financing for it, and then 7 days before principal photography, the financing fell through. So that's when we kind of reconfigured things, shortened, condensed the script, made it more of a presentation. But fortunately for us, it actually has come out to be, it's going to be about a half hour show. Yeah. So, and I think it's actually even better, with a lot of the air taken out of it. I think it's a lot more fun to follow. And people will just be hitting the play next episode button like crazy.
That's what we're that's what I think. Especially with the modern, if you're going to go on the free platforms and things like that, and it's not, completely free or whatever, but they need air for advertising, commercials and all that. And so I think that it's actually going to end up actually working out perfectly. And we can, all the things that we had written for the original pilot, we get to actually use those for the next
the following episodes.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, the stills that Corin sent me are just absolutely beautiful. I'm going to show my audience this. If you guys want to just talk us through them. I mean, look at that.
That's Big Tuna. There's Marco St. John.
Wow.
Big Tuna is the head of the old head of the Gulf Coast Mafia, who's now
our mother's ex-husband.
Yeah.
And she disappeared.
Our stepdad.
It's our stepdad. Our mother disappeared 10 years ago, just off the face of the planet, along with $5 million from the mafia. So the whole idea is we're looking for mom. They're looking for the money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at this one.
And there he is. That's what we're confronting.
These shots are amazing.
Look at we had facial hair.
Yeah, I know. Look at all the hair. It took me 6 months to grow that out.
But yeah, Mark
over here.
That's at the marina, the Ocean Springs Marina, which is the Blackwater Marina in our fictional town of Blackwater. We had sponsorship from Dixie Beer.
From our Dixie Beer sponsor. And I've got the hat on.
Okay, I see it. Dixie Beer right there. Nice.
Yeah, so that was, because they're rebranding themselves to Faubourg Beer Company. So they allowed us to use what is going to become their old brand, Dixie, as our primary beer for the show.
And I'm going to go ahead and say that they should get rid of Dixie cups and Dixie paper plates and Dixie, just Dixie in general. Since they have to
but it's just so smart how the product placement is there but not there. It's not in your face. It's there.
An old vintage cigarette brand or something like that.
It's giving respect to something that's going to be retro.
I love it.
Sitting on a badass.
Yeah, there we are with the clues. We get left a series of clues from our grandfather when he passes away, and those are the clues that lead to the solving of the disappearance of our mother.
Yeah, that list right there is basically it's all the places that she worked. So what the idea is that we go on a mission and we go to all of these places that grandfather, but just before he died, he says go to these places and check it out, and you're going to find out the real story. So we go to each and every place that he's talking about, and we try to figure out what's going on.
Wow. Look at the lighting on this one, man. It's just a perfect picture.
Lovers Beach. Brad found this location
I love Corin's face in this picture so fucking much.
Brad told me he used to bring dates down there with pizza and wine.
Still do.
You want to go to Lovers Point? Let's go.
He looks like a lion right there.
He
does, dude. He looks like Scar that just killed Mufasa.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
He does, like fucking Mufasa.
I prefer to look like Mufasa.
Jason Lennon's like, you just killed Mufasa. You goddamn right it did. What Mufasa?
Redneck, are you going on there?
That's the redneck Scar right there.
Yeah, the funny thing about these characters, I think, is just that they're the last two guys you would ever expect to try and solve anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So them trying to go figure out, the solution to their mother's murder, especially when both of them are ex-cons. My character especially is just recently out of jail, so he still has this kind of prison yard mentality,
right?
And it leads to some pretty funny bump-ins, some high tension scenes. Like I said, I mean, it's there's some very authentic, dramatic moments in it, but it's peppered with some really, really fine elements of dark comedy that comes out of this fictional reality that our characters are going through. But when you play it real and you play it for the drama, it becomes so much funnier because it's ridiculous.
How long have you been working on this?
6 months.
6 months.
6 months?
Yeah.
Man,
Wow.
what happened, man? Corin was doing the Love America tour.
Yes, I remember that he was
doing the Love America tour, and he was coming down this way, and I got a hold of him, and I was like, man, you got to definitely come through, and come see us here or whatever. And of course, we were so glad to see each other because we hadn't seen each other in probably 7 years, maybe 6-7 years, something like that. And so we really just loved, we've known each other for 30 years. So we were just like, really, it was like yesterday. Right. And so we started talking about stories. I told them about a couple of stories that I had and some scripts I had. And
it was the tour you took me around town too. That was one of the big.
That's the big thing, man.
One of the big things that
right
really,
here,
really blew my mind.
Number one, Scott Hoberman in 3 Alarm Comics. First off, he's the reason I'm here in the first place. I
love the comic book store, by the way.
Right?
Right, but none of us would be here without Scott Hoberman.
That's true.
Scott,
it's 3 Alarm Comics, shout out.
Yeah, but it's an absolute fact. And so Corin and I started talking about a few ideas, and I'm not shitting you. It was maybe 4 days. He comes in with a 60-page script.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, he goes back to his place, and he took all the locations that the people that he met, the stories that we talked about, the idea of the Gulf Coast Mafia, the idea of all that, and within a few days brings us a 60-page script. And and the only thing that we've done since then is we've condensed it. He gave us everything that we needed. Like nothing had to be changed.
Nothing had to be changed.
Like nothing. It was perfect. And it was something that we just went, you know what? Wow, I can't believe that we were just talking about this. We came up with an idea.
That's incredible how fast this is happening.
Yeah, man.
It's blowing my mind away. I'm listening to you guys, but it's like happening, like everything's falling into place. Stars align, and everything's falling into place with this project.
Yeah, it's one of the projects that I think truly, and I'm gonna knock on wood, but I think that so far it's been blessed, and it's been something that has flown. We've gotten, and I'll tell you, and another thing,
the fan financing part of it is a big deal.
The people the fans that gave us the money for it or whatever, but also Corin's ability to have hired the right people. He found the right people for all the spots without Brad J, without Kat, without just with
Steve Wise, our director,
Wise,
and Kevin, our DP, and the
DP.
whole team. And Wes Cavins, our first AD line producer, and
even
Colin
Cooper, even Colin Cooper, our sound kid,
our sound guy,
Ben
Prisk.
Yeah, literally every single person who worked on this project. Basically, there was no financial gain. It was being a part of something that you felt was really cool. And just being a part and helping out. And there was like, I'm not going to make any money off of this, but at least I get to be a part of something that's huge. People around here don't do it.
You got a question from one of our audience. Chief John Federico says, you mentioned possibly 8 episodes. Is there a plan to leave events open in case another season is warranted due to popularity?
Of course.
We actually have 12
You think you're going to get the answer at the end of the first season?
We actually have 12 episodes written out.
Yeah.
The basic storyline of each episode for 12. If we drop down to a half-hour format, that's going to allow us 2 episodes, per show. So now that 12 episodes suddenly becomes 24 episodes, becomes maybe 3 or 4 seasons in a shorter format. Or if we do like a 12 episode season, then we have 2 seasons written out. And the first season, the way it's written, leaves it on the biggest cliffhanger ever. you know, there's no way you're not going to tune in for second season the way that it's left in our structure now. There's just no way. It's probably, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's probably like the most hair-raising, cliffhanger-ish last scene of a.
I hate those because you just want to see more.
Damn it! Even our first episode we did has a great cliffhanger on it. You know, you really, the episode we shot for now, the half-hour version. That when you get to the end of the episode, I don't think there's anybody in their right mind that's not going to go, you know what? I got to see what happens next.
See what happens next. Exactly. The whole plan, and that's what's great about these kind of shows. And we're doing something different. I mean, we're doing the same that other people have, but we're doing it in a different way, which is, the two most, unlikely people to, do like a search for their mother and try to figure out a mystery. These two idiots. These two
exactly. These two rednecks.
And then the people that we come in contact with, they're all idiots too. So it's just this mess of like, yes, you're a fucking idiot.
I'm not an idiot, bro.
Yeah, Blue is. If we can say dumb fuckery on your show,
Blue Williams is an idiot.
You can say dumb fuckery. That's fine. Totally fine.
It's a plethora of dumb fuckery.
Hey, you have to put L dumb fuckery. There you go.
L dumb something that everyone can relate to. It's like, man, I'm so finally glad to see somebody that's on our level just trying to figure some shit out.
Well, Jason, I got a question. I got a question for you, Jason. You're so well known for Mallrats and Al Cole. What makes this character so appealing?
Jeremy's a Mallrats.
Excuse me, I'm not in Mallrats. I'm in Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused. It's his brother.
Mallrats is my brother.
Okay, Dazed and Confused. I was Dazed and Confused with that.
I am an Al Cole. Yes.
You are an Al Cole. Thank you. What makes you different from these roles? As well?
Sorry, what?
What makes the characters different from Dazed and Confused to Blackwater Blues?
Oh, age. I was 17 years old.
It's the same character.
I was 19 years old when I did that. I was like, age. I mean,
demons.
Age and demons and life and experience and what's wonderful about getting to be male actors, and this is just a fact in Hollywood, is that the older we get, the better it kind of is for us. So I like aging. I like getting old. I don't really care. I know that.
I saw how intimidating you are right when you correct me. Like, excuse me, hold on. I was in Dazed and Confused. Just want to let you know that.
No, but you have to understand. You have to understand.
It's all good, man.
My identical twin brother is the star of Mallrats.
Right.
So it's incredibly understable, but I'm not.
I apologize for that. Absolutely.
No, you don't need to apologize.
Tighten up, Mike.
I mean, no, you know what, Mike?
All right, fuckers. You know what? Game, set, and match. Let's go. Let me bring my friend in there. There we go. Now it's even. Now we got Dustin Wood and me against you four dumb fuckers. How about that? I'm just playing.
Can I be on their side, Mike?
Yeah, sure.
You got room at the cool table.
Hey, look, my grandmother mistakes my brother and I, so it's fine. I get it all the time. Yeah.
You know what, Dustin, we were talking about. We liked how you guys are at 3 Alarm Comics, and the cool thing is, Dustin and I, we pinpointed this. We could see Corin in a like a Marvel or DC movie. Like, I can picture Corin Nemec as the Clock King. Can you see him as that?
I don't know what that is.
No idea.
The Clock King from Batman animated series.
Sure if I'm
right?
Not with my current hair, dude.
Well, hold on. We did something
I
for
don't
you.
have quite the gin nose that character does either.
Yeah, that guy looks very British. This guy does not.
Well, we did a fan cast for you, Corin.
Nose. Yeah.
We did a fan cast for you. If you ever get the chance to play the Clock King, boom, there you are, dude. Corin Nemec is the Clock King.
Who's the L in clock? And
yeah, exactly. He's the clock.
That'll be the weirdest porn ever, but it's all good, man. Go for it, dude. If you want to be the Cock King, go for it, dude. You can. I'm not tripping.
It's Vanilla Ice.
Dustin, you got any questions?
Yeah, first off, I'm a big fan of you guys. I'm really excited to get to talk to you. So thank you for the opportunity. I wanted to ask you, I'm as well as being a stand-up comedian, I'm a writer, and I wanted to know on the writing end of this, was it difficult taking something that was originally supposed to be a feature film and breaking, the 3-act structure into now 12 3-act structured episodes?
It was never a feature
Oh,
film.
it never was. Oh, okay.
It was going to be at the most an hour-long pilot.
Oh, okay.
We want to make this a series. We don't want to make this a feature. So
do you guys have any preference on what streaming service you would like to be on? Would you like to have it separate from those?
Some of the companies that are waiting to see this, but there's some pretty big ones that are waiting to see this right now. So
that's exciting.
Pretty stoked.
We this is the kind of thing where it's like we got to get this thing done. We got to do it. Do everything the right way, and then if we do it the way that everything's happened so far, then it'll come to fruition. So we can't put the cart before the horse in any way.
Yeah. Right? Do you guys feel like the pandemic kind of wiping everyone's schedule or slate clean? Do you feel like that hurt or helped you guys getting this made?
I think it helped in many ways. I think it manifested it in many ways.
I think it helped because of going mentally insane from not having anything to do.
I hear you.
One of the reasons that sort of generated it, but also is that we have an opportunity, especially down here where we are. Like if we were in LA, we would not be able to do this. But down here where we are, where we live, in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, right here on the Gulf Coast near Biloxi, an incredible group of people that are willing to just come in and do it because they wanted something to do. They wanted to do it right. And we made sure that before we ever started that this was going to happen the right way. We weren't going to be like some sort of haphazard, bunch of idiots jumping into something being like, we're making
could have been. We could have been, but refused.
But we took the time. We took the months that it
took.
We didn't jump in the first month.
That's right.
You guys living in that area, I have family from Boston, so whenever I see a movie based in Boston, I want it to be as Boston as possible.
Oh, this is as dirty south as you can get.
Okay, yeah. So I was gonna say, did you guys feel that pressure?
It's in the title.
So did you feel like this needs to be authentic so people that live, because you guys make this movie, you can't go back to LA, this is where you live. So
no. But first off, I've lived here for 5 years. He's lived here for about almost
half a year, but I was in Texas before that anyway. I've been down south.
But like this these boys are from here. And for life. And I'm here for life at this point too, because there's nothing like nothing like being in your hometown and making something of you can make shit, but there's nothing like making something of pure quality with your family.
Right. And teach boys how to say cornbread.
Cornbread.
Yeah, we had to teach boys how to say
cornbread.
cornbread.
We had to cornbread. There we go.
Yeah, we had to get the dialect.
Oh, come on.
We got a question for Corin. Tim Watts. He says, "Love Corin in Stargate, but I'm sure he gets a ton of questions about that, so I'm going to go more obscure. I'm curious, what about Corin? What did you do to prepare to play Ted Bundy?"
Real quick. I'll jump on that answer, and then we gotta take off here really quick because we have another podcast we have to get to.
Okay,
here. We do.
But as far as Ted Bundy goes,
the answer is he killed a bunch of people.
Perfect. That's all we need to know. That's all we need. He killed a bunch of people to get into the role.
Yeah, I mainly watched documentary footage of him. I got most of my stuff out of the quiet moments where they caught him, like when he was thinking and not talking, which was not very often.
Which Corin should do way more.
As far as the movie went, I was so sick of playing Ted Bundy by day 3. I could have just puked every day when I arrived on set. He was
just go kill another
disgusting character to play, and it wasn't. Sometimes the darker roles are kind of enjoyable, like Richard Speck. I had a great time playing that character as crazy and nutty as he was, but Ted Bundy was not fun to play. I have to say, was not a one of my favorites, but a great rendition of the character, I think.
Kind of a Mickey Mouse version.
Guys, thank you so much. We have to dip out.
I hate to break it off, but we'll come and catch up again.
We're doing a tour, national tour tonight.
Do you guys have links? Do you guys have links that we can send people to you for your movie?
Yes.
I didn't get any of that.
They can follow Jason P. London on Twitter, or myself on Twitter. I am Corin Nemec, or Brad J on
Facebook
or Instagram, and also
Gary Cooper,
also the Blackwater Blues.
Yeah, and then BW Blues TV on Instagram and Twitter.
BW Blues. Okay.
BW Blues.
Yeah, we have some. Yeah, we have because we have a a nice merch shop up with some cool merchandise that's coming up as well. So people can go ahead and jump on board that bandwagon if they like. But otherwise,
I mean, if somebody wants an autograph, we'll send them.
It's on Facebook, Blackwater Blues Television.
Except for you. Except for you. Except for you.
I made you who you are, Jason London. You'd be nothing without me.
So you made him more of nothing. Good job, Gary Cooper.
Well, you guys, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
It was a good time.
This is why the show went well. This is what we do. This is
chemistry. I can see it.
Absolutely.
It was all family. We goof around with each other, but when
we don't like each other, but we love each other.
There you go.
But we love you guys.
Also, looking at Blackwater Brass,
Mike and
one of the best bands
and
ever
Dustin.
here.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Don't forget, hashtag Corin Nemec is the clock king. Don't forget that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we'll do another catch up again soon, Mike.
Definitely, man. You guys take care. Move on. We'll support your film. We'll support your series. Good luck with everything, guys. And you guys take care. God bless.
Everybody, watch me, I can't even say that. Me, myself, and I.
Me, myself.
There you go. Me, myself, and I. There you go.
One of you there. It's very strange.
Me, myself, and I. All right, gentlemen. Thank you so much. You guys take care. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
What do you think of that, dude?
That was awesome.
That was crazy. That was like
so
a whirlwind of nostalgia and shut the fuck up, Mike. We're going to talk, and now we're leaving.
Dude, I have to apologize to you.
Yeah, you made me look like an asshole. No problem, dude.
Well, I had no idea he had a twin brother.
You didn't know that?
No. I was like,
dude, he got
this guy's really good at
he was like, listen, you son of a bitch.
Hey.
That was my twin brother.
Okay. I was on the thing that had better box office.
No.
Okay?
You
Dazed and
listen.
Confused.
Me, Mike, self, and
Yeah.
I. Shut your goddamn mouth. I'm Jason London.
I saw when he was like, oh, I wasn't in Mallrats. I instantly just went to monster.com and put my resume back up. And I was like, all right.
What was it called? Blackwater Blues TV?
Yeah.
Blues TV. We're still gonna, dude. You know what, dude? They probably are on such a tight schedule, anyways, with so much stuff they got to go through. Is this it?
Yeah, that was cool that they took the time, which was
oh my god, so
really
nice
cool.
of them.
You could tell. I want to watch that show just based off of the chemistry they had hanging out. You could tell they had the most fun.
Boom! Here it is. Blackwater Blues. We'll watch it together. Even though they're gone, we'll still talk about it.
Welcome to a property that was once owned by Poppy Bennington, he was our grandfather, character Poppy Bennington. Corin Nemec,
Jason London.
I'm playing Pollux.
I'm Caster.
And we are doing a show called Blackwater Blues, which is a murder mystery show. Back over here behind us is what we call Blackwater Pond, which later on I'll take you on a little tour of. Mainly right now, what we're doing is pulling together this project, which we've been in pre-production on for how long now?
About 2 months. About 2 months.
3 months. So we're geared up to go. We have a great crew involved, and a bit of the backstory. Our characters, whose father was a major biker gang, Cannibals, which was a fictional motorcycle club, and
dude, that logo's sick.
I know, man.
Remarried a local mobster named Big Tuna. Now, Big Tuna also
That's a great name for a bag mafia guy.
Deals around this
it makes me think of The Office.
Tuna.
She was doing a lot of like the paperwork, a lot of the. She knew stuff that she maybe wasn't supposed to know. So.
Exactly. And as the bookkeeper, you could call her, she was privy to all of that information, and at a certain point, she was either killed or disappeared, and so
she disappeared off the planet, and we decided to find out what happened.
Exactly. And now in present time, after our two characters went to jail for a while after going a little crazy.
We went a little nutty after Mom disappeared.
But now in present time, we get out and our grandfather passes away and leaves us a list of clues of locations or things which will guide us to the mystery of what happened to our mother.
He leaves us enough information that it's not so much information that we would get ourselves killed, but it's enough that we can try to figure out what happened without getting too into the mix. And what's great about the show is that, you know, we go from sort of hint to clue to clue to clue, and no one's out of the woods. Everyone seems a little bit mysterious. Everyone seems to know a little something that they shouldn't know. And why aren't they letting us know the truth, right? So that's kind of our journey a little bit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you got these two like hillbillies that are like trying to, you know, solve their mom's murder and or disappearance, I guess I should say.
One of the two.
There's a lot of sort of underlying layers to the onion that are going on. We're always being watched, and you don't know who we're being watched by.
What do we have here?
There's things
Bubba and Leron.
Let's not take what ain't yours. Gotta get yourself shot, boy. Boy.
Stir up the hornet's
All right,
nest.
sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happens. And so once that starts happening, it just snowballs. And the pilot really leads into like a great season on a show or a series, because it leaves you hanging in the most beautiful way.
Cornbread Mafia.
It's one of those things that done it, and also
John Federico, Cornbread Mafia.
Who done it? Like, what's the truth? You know?
Exactly.
Just the stills on it.
So what we're doing here is, you know, we want to shoot what's called a pilot presentation. We want to film a number of scenes from the script, put it all together so that it tells the overall story, and this will push us over the edge in terms of being able to get this on air. But you know, the locations we have, which I'll take you to later on. Great locations, great people.
Literally the perfect place to film it.
Oh yeah. What's that? What's the show with?
Sets are unbelievable.
Oh my god.
The swamps are incredible.
It reminds me of Ozarks.
No, not that. With Matthew McConaughey, he plays a lawyer.
Lincoln Lawyer.
Thank you. No, it was a show.
Oh, True Detective.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think he's a cop in that or whatever. Or a detective.
Oh, he's a cop. Yes.
You know that show with the lawyer, True Detective?
Exactly.
See, they agree. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's also the history. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No. Go for it.
The history of where we're coming from. You know, there's a long history of sort of a Dixie Mafia. And we're sort of playing off of that whole idea.
Oh, he was talking about the D word. I was like,
yeah,
what are you talking about?
That's what I thought he was talking about.
You can't say Dixie?
New York City.
No, or Dixie Mafia.
Whatever. There's these guys down here.
They can't slide into the DMs? Crazy son of a bitch. I almost shanked you.
He said history, our mother, what happened to her?
I don't know what you're talking about. Christ, I think it's just fractured my esophagus.
You get burned.
I'll break your nose next.
That's why they're called
esophagus.
Your mom married Big Tuna.
Yeah.
This looks great, bro. Great.
So that's the overall gist of the story. You'll get to know a little bit more about it when I show you around some of the locations. And eventually,
when it's easy to read, it's a good script.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
But I think that you know, we make this thing go right. We'll be on.
Wow,
set filming,
good cast.
The pilot presentation before the end of the month. Let's make it happen.
All right, we're gonna do it.
Wow, great
That's cool.
stuff.
You can tell like they're super into this. Like that, like to do something to get a pilot presentation, you got to put your own money down to get the pilot presentation filmed, which means like you better believe in what's on the page before you even cast it or anything. And then every step after that is believing in it more and more.
You know what's great about it is like they didn't really have time for other questions but Blackwater Blues.
Yeah, you could tell
1000% focus, which is great. That's what you're supposed to do.
About anything else, which is because that's the thing they're passionate about. It's what they want to talk about.
Dude, that is, man. How much did you learn just by watching these guys with this interview? They were so smooth.
They really were, and I mean, I learned that I'm probably not the correspondent anymore because I had wrong information. I also learned that the Clock King needs to happen. And
let's just show everybody this again one more time. Everybody that's watching right now, let's make this happen. Okay, get on your phones. Hashtag Corin Nemec is the Clock King. Okay, if you look at that, he can be the Clock King on the next Batman movie. Make it happen, internet.
And we have a reputation of casting the right people, fake casting the right people for
this. Is the great fake casting. Look at that. He looks just like him. Like he has clocks in his eyeballs right now.
Well, last week we had Kingpin. Perfect cast.
We have we got what do they say?
We fan cast Jessica Rabbit a few episodes ago.
Brian Harlan says, what's funny is that that's a real thing here in Kentucky, the Cornbread Mafia. Look them up. They have a lot of connections with the cartel, and they're no joke here in Kentucky. You get in their way, they will fuck you up. They are the real deal Cornbread Mafia. Holy shit. Not only will they kill you, they'll I was going to get graphic, but I was like, nah, better not. People are listening. They'll make you squeal like a pig and then kill you. There you go. See that? I was about to say the F word, but I was like, no, let me take a second and go that route. Make you squeal like a pig and then kill you.
Well, dude, I wonder if they feel any kind of like, I know that they feel like a pride and like some kind of allegiance to making it feel right. I didn't mean pride.
Look at John Federico.
I thought you were getting on me for saying the word pride when I was talking about men from the South.
No, it's
white men from the South. But I wonder if there's any worry about not representing Cornbread Mafia in the best light and having to live there amongst them.
Well, you know what? That's funny that you brought that up because in the movie American Me, there was a hit on Edward James Olmos. Because the director and Edward James Olmos, there was a hit because they didn't portray the Mexican mafia 100% correctly.
That's scary.
And that was a really gritty, hard movie. And the rest of us thought that was portrayed perfectly.
Perfectly, yeah. And to find out that it's like...
There was a bounty on Edward James Olmos' head. So I'm sure... These guys,
and all they ended up killing was his career.
I bet you $100, dude. They went. I bet you the Cornbread Mafia probably went on set and said, "You better not say shit about us." Yeah, I guarantee it's the South, bro.
He probably saw like an extra with sleeves, and he's like, "What the fuck is this? Get the sleeves off that extra right now."
You got. What the hell is that? Freaking. What is that? What is that shit right there?
Yeah, wrist. Corin Nemec, he looks at Corin, he's like, what are those things in your mouth? He's like, teeth?
Dude, I guarantee it, man. I guarantee it. They probably set the rules real quick. You never know. Or they're probably watching it and they say, if they mess up and they say, I'm not gonna say anything else. I don't want them to come after me.
Yeah, I don't want this to be like the clip they use on 2020 when Corin Nemec is murdered by the Cornbread Mafia.
And he was on Me, Myself, and I. Actually, you know what? It might boost ratings. That's the thing. It might boost ratings.
Knowing my luck, and they'll have like the Fox News panel, and the lady will be like, okay, we understand that, but did that guy really think that Jason London was in Mallrats? And I'll be like, why are they bringing that up? Corin Nemec has been murdered by a sleeveless
Corin Nemec was murdered. It's like, yeah, but Jason London.
Jason London pops in on his like during his obituary.
He was such a class act how he corrected
me. He was so
me,
cool. He really was cool about it. He was like,
excuse me. Excuse me.
You could tell they got into those roles too.
Oh yeah.
Like they all looked like they were in costume.
Yeah. Totally. No, I'm very appreciative that we had the opportunity. I mean, how often we didn't get to talk about The Stand? We didn't get to talk about any of that. What's up?
Drop Zone, or
I know.
6 degrees of Gary Busey.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? They had to go, and it was like last minute. So hold on. Blair Lowe says, "Damn, I missed most of it. I can rewatch it in a bit. Didn't know it was going to be on midday. I know. I didn't know either, man. It was last minute. and you got to follow the rules what the guest wants.
Time difference kind of
time difference, and they had extra stuff scheduled. So when he called me up, and he could, what he could have done? He could have said screw it and
he could have
to the next podcast. Yeah, he could have easily done that. So I wanted to jump on it real quick. I never had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Corin Nemec. We did now. So
he said he'd come back too.
Yeah,
which is cool.
Yeah.
And so if he says no, we have video evidence of it, and we're going to take that as contract. So,
but is he going to be the Clock King?
He better be.
He better be the Clock King. Because look at that. Come on, man. Look at that.
First off, like, you have to have a certain shaped head to pull off a hat like that.
Look at that. Look at the similarities.
That's so perfect.
Look at the similarities, folks.
It's beautiful.
Look at that. How could you not? Okay, I'm done nerding it up.
I wouldn't have seen Corin Nemec with clocks on his eyes fighting the kid from Twilight dressed as a bat. Is that too much to ask?
I know. Does anybody have questions for us? I do. I got questions. Where's the drop zone kid? Where's the drop zone kid?
I wonder if that's what he calls him, the drop zone kid.
Look at this picture. Hey, where's the drop zone kid? Son of a bitch. Dude, could you imagine? He probably looked himself in the mirror. He's like, who the hell's that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, he shot like multiple mirrors in the middle of the night thinking he's seeing an intruder.
Oh, could you imagine if he was in the scene of Conan the Destroyer with all the mirrors?
Dude, Chris has the best comment. The Rocket from Rookie of the Year.
Oh, the Rocket. Yes. What's up, Chris? Thanks for watching.
That's one of his best roles. I wanted him to be my dad in that movie, and now
you know what, dude? I really
want him to be my dad.
Hold on, we're going to talk about Gary Busey. We got to talk about Point Break, man.
Point Break. Okay, yeah, Point Break's good, but I counter your Point Break with an Under Siege.
Oh, well, I counter your Under Siege with Silver Bullet.
Well, I counter your Silver Bullet with TMZ.
Well, I counter your TMZ with the Buddy Holly story.
Okay, you win that one. I can't beat the Buddy Holly.
You can't, man. It's Buddy Holly. I was hoping you weren't going to say Buddy Holly either. I was like, oh, dude, don't say it.
Oh, man.
Man, I didn't. It's all right. Folks, we had so much to talk about with Corin, but you know what? Stuff happens. He'll be back. We got a lot more to talk about. I wanted to have one-on-one and break it down and talk to him about other things.
Yeah, we had to break it up once we found out there was multiple guests, which is not an issue. There's never an issue when a guest is like, "Oh, we're also bringing another celebrity."
Yeah,
like
and
that's
talking about a pilot thing that can make us.
Yeah, that's like one of those things that's like never bad. It's like a woman being like, I hope I don't freak you out. I have 3 boobs.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, what? I only have 2 hands. Go away, mutant.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
am I supposed to just look at the other one? Come on.
What are you doing with the other one? That? I mean, come on. What do you do with the third one? Oh my God. John Federico is on fire like a threesome. Never say no. Amen. I think we're going to leave on that one.
Okay, but John didn't specify what type of 3 we were talking about. Because if it's
we're talking about the 3 titties, right? The Get Your Ass to Mars, 3 titties.
Oh, I love that you knew that reference. That's
of course.
Awesome. It would be good to see Jason London have a comeback.
Did he leave?
Well, I mean,
I think he's been consistent. He's been consistent.
Pretty consistent. I'm so glad that I don't know if it was his brother or him that was in Jason and the Argonauts. Now, this blows my mind that he has a twin brother.
You didn't know that?
I had no clue. I was like, oh, that's the guy from Mallrats, and that's from Out Cold. I grew up on those movies.
It's all right.
What's his brother's name then?
Jeremy London.
Jeremy. Oh, you know what? Jason kind of looks like, when he's clean shaven, he looks kind of like Brendan Fraser. He is. Oh, it is him in Jason and the Argonauts.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I feel like a jerk now.
It's all right. It's all right.
Now he's
We'll
never
have
gonna be
him back.
best friends with me.
We'll just talk to Jeremy from now on. I'm sure.
Hey, Jason, could you talk to Jeremy for us? We would like to talk to him about his movies. I haven't seen him in a while.
No, don't read the comments.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was gonna put him up, but it's all right.
Oh, well, okay. First off, I mumbled.
It's okay.
And it was one comment.
Hold on. I don't want to put it up. I'm sorry, Blair. I don't want to put it up because he might watch this again and he'd be like, now you guys are talking shit about me when I'm gone.
Oh,
or maybe. See?
Don't read the comment.
You're right. All right. I'm going to go.
And now, a prayer from Sam Elliott.
Dear Heavenly Father, give me the strength, for I don't have any patience for stupidity anymore. Everywhere I go, I see someone doing something stupid. I just want to smack them across the head, but I can't, dear Father, for you are the dude of this universe. Dear Lord, we're in a pandemic and I'm starting to lose my cool. All I want to do is sit in my leather chair, smoke a Marlboro Red, and drink a beer. Coors, America's beer. Lone Star Barbecue. Amen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. By the way, if you get a chance, if you missed this show, if you just tuned in, I get it. First of all, thank you everyone that tuned in. I really appreciate it. It's a Sunday at 4:45. I get it. Thank you very much. If you want to see the rebroadcast, make sure you go to youtube.com/MikeBComedy. Okay. Make sure you go to Instagram.com to follow the adorable Dustin Wood. And if you want to follow Corin Nemec, go to twitter.com/I'm Corin Nemec. And don't forget, Corin Nemec is the Clock King. Don't forget that. And what other? Anybody else have something to say? I don't know. Let's see. Brian Harlan says, I thought about starting my own mafia here in Kentucky called the Corn Muffin. The CMM. You know, that was a great show, man. And Corin,
yeah, that was fun.
Corin Nemec, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing everybody, and good luck with your project. It looks phenomenal, and I wish you the best of luck. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you not next week, Thursday, March 4th. Holy crap. Thursday, March 4th already.
Wow.
Damn. We'll see you soon, ladies and gentlemen. What a great show. Not bad for a Sunday. This is good. Sometimes you need Sunday shows. Elias. Elias. I have a mask for Dustin. Don't worry, they just look like my underwear. Oh my God. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody to hashtag Corin Nemec is the Clock King. Okay? Let's get him on a Batman movie, play this character, have him make millions of dollars, and remember where he got those millions from. Right here on Me, Myself, and I. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we love you, and we will see you next week, Thursday, March 4th.